Shout out to G-Man Boxing for the super chat. This guy's got cash. This guy's got fucking cash. I want to know his bank balance.
Alright, people. There's a thing that I want to talk about, which is the future of Billy Joe Saunders, which is something that it's weird. You hear little snippets of him here and there, more so when Canelo is fighting or when Eubank is fighting. But in terms of his comeback, what the F is the deal? And you understand I say what the F instead of the full abbreviation. But you know what I mean. Monetization, you just gotta. But seriously though, what's happening with Billy Joe at the minute? Right? It's not going to be a complete career review per se, but there's a lot I'm kind of looking at and wondering, what are you doing? Are you fighting? Are you staying retired? What exactly is happening with you at the minute? Because a few weeks ago, he was having a go at Eubank Jr. Because obviously Eubank Jr., we all know, is fighting Conor Benn at the start of October, which is not that far away. We're only about 5 weeks away from it. It's actually going to come around a lot quicker than people think. I've got a few things planned for that in the old pipeline. Watch the space. But he's literally said nothing over over a year and a half. I think he's done a few interviews. We've seen clips of him looking way out of shape. Seems like he's nowhere near fight weight. And then, the back end of June, what happens? Well, inexplicably, we hear that he's actually back training with Dominic Ingle, and that was being reported from several people in Sheffield, including the Sheffield Star. And he's back training with Dominic Ingle, he's getting his nutrition sorted, and is targeting a December return. No sooner do we see that, we hear him say, or his people say, he's retired. This saying this. Then Eddie Hearn is saying that, yeah, he'll probably be back in December, but he asked us for this, and yeah, we're not doing that. We can't do it in terms of probably money or stuff. So it's open season for who wants Billy Joe Saunders. And the problem with that is that, look, his reputation is, never mind the Canelo fight, all right, and what happened there. Never mind that. And obviously there is there's still a lot of questions there about what happened. And I think there's still a few people whose feathers have been well and truly ruffled, as in are still not quite happy with Billy Joe Saunders after that fight. Just saying. But yeah, like, his reputation is one of a very unreliable fighter, in a sense of he's constantly in and out of shape. You don't know what he's going to do in his personal life with regards to some of the videos he's made. Like, honestly, I get with some of them it's banter, like the hit in the bag and saying that's what you do to your missus. And I can kind of, look, I know me, I don't take issue with that, and I know a lot of women wouldn't take issue with that, but at the end of the day, the world we live in, you know how you see people get cancelled for saying the wrong pronouns, which is bizarre, and I use that because, you know what I mean, bizarre. So obviously someone was going to take heed to that. Obviously the one what he did with the crackhead, that was really bad, and that was like, yeah, you clown, what were you doing there? But you got to remember that with promoters as well. It's not just what happened in the Canelo fight, it's the reputation he has with him. And obviously, when the news broke that he was back training in Sheffield, I was thinking, okay, he's back with Ingle. Seeing the pictures and the way he looks, he had his best performances with Ingle, so maybe he realises, I need to keep training with Dominic Ingle. But at the same time, well, we've heard Lawrence Okoli say Ingle Pringles. He's looked aesthetically the best he's ever looked whilst he's been in the Ingle gym. He's got a lot of weight he needs to get off. And I thought to myself, isn't that strange that he said he was retired? Because if he's training in the Ingle gym but he's officially retired, well then, VADA ain't going to come knocking, are they? We've seen Eubank Jr. post a clip of a random VADA test that he got. It was a drug test anyway. I don't know if it was VADA. But they're not going to come knocking. UCAD probably ain't going to come knocking. So you can train with him all you want while still being retired, and then decide, maybe when you're in a bit better shape, yeah, I'll fight again. Why not? Now, I also think that as well, one of Billy Joe's biggest issues, look, I don't know if this is an issue in the UK. I wouldn't imagine it is really. It's more a state issue with him getting over to the States and Australia and various other countries. is his very close, and Billy Joe was so open about his closeness to El Chapahan that, you know, there's no real, it's not like you could say, oh, I was just managed by that company and, you know, I didn't know him. Billy Joe has put up pictures of him and El Chapahan together. He's bigged them up several times, more than once. When someone's that close with someone like that, it's not a case of he's just, you know, a friend. He obviously knows, like, not going into full detail, right? I've had former friends who've gone down that road. Now, they've never been what El Chapahan is, but they've gone down that road, and I've distanced myself from them. But you still hear a lot. You know, you still hear a lot. And Billy Joe is not shy about his friendship with this particular El Chapahan. So you kind of got to imagine what that... And with that person, he's no longer here. With that person, people I knew who I was friends with who were close to him, they ended up helping him out the odd time if they needed a favour. If they needed, you know, an extra couple of quid here and there. So for me, it's like Billy Joe is obviously... He's obviously probably in the know with a lot of things going on with El Chapahan. Obviously. So maybe he's trying to stay out of the public eye as best he can. Because again, it's now the month of September. If he wants to come back this year, we're literally hearing nothing. We're not even hearing of him in training. We're not hearing of him in sparring. The hearing of him in Sheffield seems to have ended. He only really makes comments now to dish Eubank Jr. or someone like that, or Triple G or someone like that. It is literally nothing. So what is the deal with Billy Joe Saunders? My question to the viewers watching, is he going to come back, do you think? Is he seriously just chasing the big money fights? I want the big money fights, whether it be probably super middleweight. He's probably not going to come down to middleweight because that division is hard and there's no big money fights down there. But is he just looking at Canelo and Triple G and thinking, you know, if Triple G loses, I'll take him. If Canelo wins, I ain't going to get that rematch. But I want just the big money fights. If Eubank Jr. beats, which I think we all expect him to, Conor Benn, there you go, rematch. Give me the bag. Ben Shalom, I'll fight with you. Frank Warren, I'll fight with you. I'll fight whoever is giving me the bag. Because at this stage now, that's all I really want. Sail off into the sunset, see you later. I still maintain Billy Joe was a waste of talent. I think that in his prime, which was really kind of 2014 to 2016, maybe 2017 as well, actually, 2017 as well, he was one of, maybe even the most talented fighter in the UK, pound for pound. I think he could do so much. Tremendous talent, superb boxer. When it flowed, it was just poetry in motion. It was tremendous. But the guy was just so unreliable. I mean, I'm talking career best performance against David Lemieux, who's retired recently, and great career, kudos to him. Very sad what happened to his father. But he had that great performance, can build off that, and then just is inactive for a year, and then flounders to decisions in his next two fights before getting the Canelo fight. And you're just like, what the hell? Like, what the actual hell? Where did it all go wrong? What happened? You know? So my question is, do you think he'll come back? And if so, against who? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I haven't done a real kind of random, just let the head talk video in a while. It's normally been news and stuff like that, and previews and predictions and analysis. But I haven't done a video where I just give my 2 cents on a subject that I'm thinking of. This struck me last night. You know, there's always a lot on my mind, but I was thinking about, oh, gee, I haven't talked about Billy Joe in a while. Let's get a thumbnail, let's do a video, let's talk about him. Let's open a can of worms. And obviously we've got more discussion at about 8:30, 8:45. We'll go live. We won't do it. I'll be frank, people, it might not be a long one. I might just do a half hour, 45 minutes, if you are cool with that. I don't know if I have the energy to do a full hour and a bit. So, not mentally, a little bit mentally, but more physically tired. So I don't know about the energy to do a full hour, but we'll get close to it anyway. Hope you enjoyed the video, people. Smash the like button if you could. Share it as well. It helps. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We get to 10k. 10k by the end of the year. That's still the goal. Ain't nothing's changed there. 10k by the end of the year, people. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.